Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good. So in today's video, we are going to look into the EC2 instance, AWS EC2. We are going to look into the overview of EC2 instance, and this video is the part of the AWS learning series. So this is not going to be very deep, but this will give you a very good overview of the EC2 instance. I will try to keep this video short. I'll not stretch it for a longer time so that you, in a small time frame, you get more about the EC2 learning. And those who have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot. And also please share my video and my channel to all your friends and colleagues who are new to data engineering skill or who want to transition into data engineering field. So it will be helpful. If you have any doubt in any of my videos, please connect me through LinkedIn. My email address is also given in my channel description, in the video description. You can also connect me through the chat. You can directly comment your doubt in the video chat, and accordingly I'll just answer to your question. So I'll directly go into the EC2 instance, and in the EC2 instance, I'll just we'll create an EC2, a very simple EC2. We'll see how it is created. We'll connect with the EC2 instance with the multiple things, and then we'll see what are the different ways we can provision EC2, in which of the scenarios this EC2 is, which kind of EC2 needs to be provisioned for a better billing. So you can directly search the EC2 instance here, the EC2 service here, or you can directly visit from, like, recently visited. I have done it, so I have it here. So just you can click on EC2. Okay. Now I'll see that what all instances are available for me. So you can see I'll have two instances. Both are terminated. As I'll create one more instance here. You can directly launch instance from here. You can give anything name like AWS Learning. Okay. You can click on the operating system. You will have the list of operating system available. So I'll just click on the Ubuntu. So before going more into the EC2 instance, I'll just give the overview of introduction of EC2 instance. So EC2 is kind of a server. Like, for example, I have a on-prem server. I have a desktop here in where I'm just creating this video. So if I don't want to own this desktop, I can directly go into the AWS. I can ask, like, I need a desktop for some work. So AWS will tell me that you go and create one EC2 instance. So EC2 instance will be a server. They will give you a server with the storage, with the CPU. You can install the operating system as per your requirement. You can have more CPU. You can have more storage as per your requirement. Everything will be add up in your cost, in your billing cycle. So as you use more storage, or you use more of the CPU, that more it will cost more. So the same thing is EC2 instance. So you will get a server. That server will be owned by the AWS, but you can use it as per your time frame, or till the time you need for your job. Okay, so this was a very basic understanding of EC2. So we call it a EC2 instance, and the full form is Elastic Compute Cloud. Now I have given the name of the EC2 instance. I have selected the operating system. Okay, this will be the image will be created. Image, if you have to work on VMware, or if you have worked on some of the virtualization, that image will be created, means that operating system image will be created. Now, which kind of architecture I want? I have a x86 I want. Okay. Now, which kind of instance type you want? Like, there are multiple instance type as per your pay. Like, there is nano means 1 CPU, micro means 1 CPU, but memory will be 1 GB, and here will be 0.5. So there are multiple CPUs ways available. If you go for a more higher CPU, you have to pay more for it. I'll take the nano one because I just for the demo purpose. I'll create a key pair login, which will help you to connect to the EC2 instance. So I'll click on this. So I'll just download the PPK file, and you can directly, with the help of Puttygen, you can directly create PEM file also. I'll give the name here, like, for example, training, or I'll give the same name, AWS. It's not necessary you have to give the same name as your instance name, but okay. I think I've given that space. This should not be space. AWS training. Okay. Once you create the this one key pair, so AWS training.ppk will be created here. Okay, it will be downloaded in your downloading section. You can just create a security group in which I'm allowing the traffic, SSH traffic from outside any of the, like, from outside my AWS environment. Anyone can connect if they have the permission. They have this private public key, and with the help of that, it can connect to the EC2 instance. I'll just not go into the detail of the networking site. I'll just keep it for the networking video. Now you can add more of the storage into it. You add more storage, you have to pay more for it. Just click on the launch instance. In a few seconds, your EC2 instance will be created. It's very easy. You can go into it. You can see that AWS learning it's pending, is getting provisioning. So in few seconds it will come up. You can refresh it. So now this is in the learning running phase. Okay, so it is running. You can click on this. You will have the public IV given for it. You have the public DNS also given for it. With the help of these two, you can connect from outside. Okay, so in the security group, you can see if you go into the security group, your SSH from anywhere will be inbound will be given there. If this line is not there, you have to add this line. So if you want to connect from outside. Now I'll go to this EC2 instance and we'll try to connect it. We'll try to connect. There are different ways you can connect from it. So if I click on this, if I click on the connect, you can directly connect with this web browser itself. The user is Ubuntu. You can see the username. Okay. I'll just connect, click on connect. So this is one of the way to connect to EC2 instance. There are other ways also. We look into the SSH ways and we'll also look into the putty. So with the help of this web browser, we have connected directly into this EC2. So Ubuntu with the help of Ubuntu user. So by default, it will be in your Ubuntu home directory. And now this is a Ubuntu server. You can directly log into it. Okay. Now I'll exit from here. It will log out. Now other way is through SSH. I'll go to the SSH client. So for SSH, you need the PEM file. Okay. So I have the PPK file. So I was working on one of this. Okay. So I have the command already here. With the help of puttygen, I can connect. Okay. So I'll write for my PPK. So I have AWS training. So this is already downloaded. If you go into my download folder, you will see AWS training.ppk is already created. But for this SSH, I need PEM file. So I'm connecting this PPK to the PEM file. This, if you're in a Windows system, you can directly install puttygen. I think with the Windows also you can do with the command prompt. I'm not sure about that. So in the Mac, I'm doing it in a command prompt. Okay, I'll give the same name here, PEM file, AWS TRING. So this will create the PEM file. If you go into the download section here, you will see PEM file is created. Now I'll connect through my SSH with the help of this PEM file. So if you go into this, so this copy this line. Now you see this IP address, this domain DNS is the same, which is pointing to this EC2 machine which I have created. So now I'll click on this. With the help of PEM file, it will connect to the EC2 machine. Okay. Now you see I'm in the home folder of the Ubuntu user. Right. Now this is the second way how you can connect. Now, okay, you can connect through putty also. So for putty, I'll just start the putty service. This is another client with the help of which you can do it. So IP address, I need to know the IP address of this instance. Click on this running. I'll just copy the. You can also copy the public DNS. I'll just copy the IP, and then I'll go to the putty. I'll just paste it here, and then I'll go to the connection, and here I'll have the PPK file. Okay, here I'll need a PPK file. I'll open it. Okay, so this will ask accept, and now the username is Ubuntu. So now it will log in into my server. You can see here I'm logged in into the server. It will be also logged into the same home folder. So with these three ways, you can directly log in into the EC2 instance. There is one more way, but I think this is enough for our knowledge purpose. You can see all the details. You can create a user, another user apart from the Ubuntu, and you can give the IAM roles for that. You can give that permission, I mean to say, and then you can also log in with that particular user. So this was about creating a EC2 instance, connecting from multiple ways. I think I'm just going a bit fast because I want to cover everything in a shorter period of time, so that I don't want to stretch this video for more than 7-8 minutes, so that everything covered up in maximum of 10 minutes. because I have to discuss a few theories about the EC2 instance, like which is the best way you can choose which kind of EC2 instance you want for your use case. Okay. So this was about the EC2 instance. And when you're using for a free tier AWS part, so try to terminate this. Okay. I'm running this one. I'll just terminate this one. So I was working on one this EC2 class machine. I was recording for this session itself, but by default, I saw that recording some corrupt. The file got corrupted, so I have to again re-record this session. So I'm just using AWS Learning, and now this is in the shutting down. If you refresh it, you will see. Okay, in a few seconds it will get terminated. Okay. Now we'll just go into some of the EC2 instance, the different ways how we can provision EC2 instance. The first one is on demand. On demand EC2 instance means when you demand, when you want, like how we have done. When we wanted, we created the EC2 instance. So on demand, as like you use for 2 hours, the particular machine, you have to pay for the 2 hours. This is ideal for any sudden rise in the traffic of your server. It is for unpredictable or if you don't want any workload to be interrupted in the middle of something. So in that case, you want on demand. You want your job to run, or you want for a testing purpose. You have created some jobs, you want to test it. In that case, also you can go to on demand. On demand is bit costly. Costly means it's okay with the price what AWS has put on, but the spot instance can go to 90% of the discount on demand. Means if you're paying on demand 100 rupees, then spot instance can you can have the reduction till 80 90 as per percent as per the AWS has decided. So spot instance means there are few instance on particular availability zone which has not been demanded or which is not being used. See, this server, this compute is in the AWS server, AWS what do you call mirror site, or where they are keeping their server in the availability zone. If they see that multiple of the servers are not being used, then they give some discount, a heavy discount on that particular EC2 instance. Like in any for any company, if that product is not getting sold out fast, then that company goes for a demand for a that company goes for a sale or some discount on that particular product. Similarly, spot instance also works on the same way. If AWS feel that particular EC2 instance is not getting used, there is no demand for that, it goes into the qualify for the spot instance. You will have until 90% of the discount you will get in spot instance. This is ideal for this is not ideal for the steady job, or it is not ideal for anything which is very urgent. This is like if you want something to run, you want to check something, or any job, if it is running and in middle, if it gets stopped, it doesn't bother your business, or if it is not for a production environment, then the spot instance is good. Because the biggest disadvantage in spot instance is, like if you have taken one spot instance and after 1 or 2 hours AWS think that a particular instance demand has risen up in that particular period, then AWS will reclaim that instance from you, and your job will fail at that particular time. So if you're getting the heavy discount, then you have to be ready for that. So don't never consider a spot instance for the urgent job, or for the important job, or for any production, or for a pre-production also. They just for a testing purpose. Okay. The other one is saving plan. In saving plan, you can have a 72% of the reduction. Like you have to subscribe for the saving plan. Like you have to tell AWS you need particular kind of EC2 instance for this much period of time, for 1 month, 4 hours daily for every month. So this way you can go into the different saving plan, and you can have the maximum of 72% of the price reduction. This price reduction is on with the comparison with the on demand. So if on demand you have to give 100 rupees, then you have to give 72% less of that. The other thing is on demand capacity reservation, like this on demand capacity reservation and the dedicated host. So on demand capacity reservation, you can reserve the EC2 instance for the availability zone. Like if there is a multiple demand of the EC2 instance on that availability zone, then your EC2 instance will be not available in that particular region. But you want it to be available in that particular region. Like you want to do the reservation for that. For example, you have done the reservation for the dinner in any restaurant, so that particular space will be reserved for you. If there is too much of crowd also in that restaurant, then also that space or that table will be reserved for you. So that is similar to on-demand capacity reservation. So there is another thing called dedicated host. In this also that reservation is done, but in this that particular hardware is given to you virtually or from with the from the cloud technology only. That particular hardware is given to you. You can do the licensing of that. You can also manage the infrastructure from there. For example, I can give a normal example for this. For example, there is a IT building and your company needs a particular percentage of the floor or half floor, one floor. So that floor is given to you. You can manage all the infrastructure inside the floor. You are actually owning that particular floor. So that is dedicated host. So if something is very, what do you call, you want to be you don't want to give away your EC2 instance, like every time when you're getting an EC2 instance, that server gets newly made up. So if you don't want that server to be new, you want that server to be dedicated to you every time, so then you can go to the dedicated host. If there is like every nightly job, you want a nightly job but you want a on demand, so on demand capacity reservation you can do that. And if you want that in a particular availability zone, this is important. This is based on the availability zone. If you want your EC2 instance only to be available on a particular availability zone, then you go with the on demand capacity reservation. Otherwise it's good to go on demand. If you want to go on low budget, go on spot instance. Or if you want to have a EC2 instance from any availability zone, it can be new EC2 instance, it doesn't matter to you, then go for a saving plan if there is a regular need of a EC2 instance. Okay, dedicated host is very costly, and this is for the very specific transactional system, banking system, insurance system, for the data which are very important for them, transactional data. So this was about the EC2 instance. I think you would have got multiple information from this video. You can go more detail into it by looking into the multiple AWS documentation. So once I covered all the general AWS services, then I'll go into very specific use cases, and there we'll explore more into it. It will be for the more advanced learner around more than 3 to 4 years of experience, but that will come in the path. Okay. I hope this will be helpful for you. If you have any doubt, please connect with me. There are multiple ways to connect with me, and then we'll try to solve your problems. Till then, happy learning and goodbye.